Chef Melissa is our chef at Top of the Fair at the Raceway. Or is that, which way do I say that?
Yeah, I say either or. I think it's interchangeable. The restaurant is called Top of the Fair. We are overlooking the Raceway, so it's a bit of both.
That's great. And what are you going to make tonight?
I'm going to make a red wine jus with a roast beef, which we offer every Friday night and occasional Tuesdays when we're at Top of the Fair, open for service for racing.
That's great. That's great. And guess who I found back here? I found Greg Blanchard, who is our Director of Equine Services at the Raceway. So has anyone been to the Raceway? Anyone seen some horse races? Well, Tuesdays, Fridays?
Yeah. Every Friday. We were supposed to race tonight.
Well.
Unfortunately, we were canceled because of the weather.
Yeah.
The weather was so nice that's not good for the track at this time of year. But we're open every Friday and a couple of Tuesdays every month as well, called Trifecta Tuesday. And Melissa and her team do an amazing job. So you can come and watch some horse racing and get a wonderful meal at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great night of entertainment. And the great thing is, Melissa, if you talk about that buffet, that came back after COVID, so popular.
Yeah, people are very happy, I think, to have it back. They did buffet for years before COVID, and now we have brought it back after doing plated for a couple years. People seem very happy to have it back and enjoying the beef and all of the favorites that we offer on a weekly basis.
Yeah, it's a great night out. So take it away. Let's see this red wine jus.
All right. So we'll start. I have a beef in the oven already. Typically, obviously, if you were making it at home, you would season your beef, whatever cut of beef you prefer. I have an inside round right now in the oven. You guys will be tasting prime rib. So we season it. I'm going to be doing a pan sauce. If you are doing it with your roast, you are able to put a trivet, which is your onions, celery, peppers, celery, and carrots, underneath your beef, and then use your pan drippings in that way. This is another alternative, which works just as great and makes a lovely sauce. So you start in your pan with a bit of oil and shallots or onion, either works just fine. And you're gonna let those go, let them work for a while until they start to caramelize and get some nice flavor on them. And I'll just let those work away. Got them going, but I will show you how I would be chopping it as it cooks away. So for this, I've done a nice small dice. The smaller the dice, the more surface area you have for your vegetables to create a good flavor throughout your dish.
So Melissa, when you're preparing in quantity, obviously we're making this for a smaller crowd. Can you make this in advance?
Absolutely, yeah. So we are working regularly in advance as much as possible. We have these amazing ovens at Top of the Fair, which everyone would like to have at home, that are rationales. So we're able to put our beef in, and it cooks overnight. So it's cooking for hours, and then it holds until we get there and we sear it off. If you are going to do it with your jus, you definitely can have it done ahead of time and then just rewarm it as you need it at service or at your house whenever you have your guests arriving. the longer you cook your beef, the nicer and more tender it will become.
That's something I always struggle with, is a long, slow cook.
Yeah. You can either start it, so we do it two ways. You could start it nice and high and sear it in the beginning, or as we do at Top of the Fair with our overnight cooking, it cooks nice and low at a safe cooking temperature, obviously, but it cooks at a nice low temperature until it's to a safe temperature, it holds, and then we sear it off in the morning. Gives it that nice crust on top, lots of flavor.
So I have another question for Greg, since I've got him back here. You know, a night out, like at Top of the Fair, watching the race, it is a really unique experience. And I know that over the past few months, we've had as many as 400 people eating up there. Obviously, it's delicious. But what would a night of racing really be like, Greg?
Yeah, it's especially over the holiday season. The atmosphere on a Friday night is really second to none. You know, you've got a live sporting event happening right in front of you. 10 races a night typically, so 10 mini events during the night as you're enjoying a dining experience that will rival most places in the city. So we like to call it the most unique dining experience, and it's a long season. We start in October, we race right through the end of May. We have a lot of special events, like Boxing Day is a huge day for us. New Year's Eve is a huge one. We were sold out this past year as well. And then looking ahead to the month of May, Kentucky Derby Day is going to be a big day. And if you like horse racing, that's one thing. We're going to have wiener dog races that day as well. So make sure to follow our website. That is a fun-filled day. And then our closing night right at the end of May, Camluck Classic night, another huge night. So yeah, it's kind of a hidden gem, you know. People that haven't been to the races before, when they come once, they usually have an incredible time.
Very unique night. And you know, if you follow us on Facebook, which we love, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, great special events, and a really unique dining experience with that long, beautiful buffet, all cooked right on site, local food, delicious.
You know, I'm watching Melissa chop these vegetables, and I know if I was doing that, I might lose a finger. So I'd be curious to know, how do you learn the technique? What is the technique to properly doing that?
The main technique is curl your fingers, hold your fingers back. It takes a lot of practice. Obviously, the more you do it, the quicker you get, the safer you get. But slow and steady to begin with. And then always curl your fingers back as you chop so that you're not going to catch them as you go.
That's great. Hey, guess what? One of the reasons Taste X this year is so amazing is that we're pairing the food with some great local wines. And we're going to bring out a really beautiful red wine for you to try that we cook with. So we're good. Bring it on out. And again, we have a sommelier on site at the big Great Canadian Bar. And they've selected some wines for us that are local. And they're on their way. Does it matter what kind of wine you use with the jus?
No, a nice bold, full flavored wine is great, but really any wine that you enjoy or that you have in your fridge, even if it's something that you've opened previously that's, you know, you might not want to drink it, it'll still be great for cooking. Greg was talking about Derby Day, and that is a really fun day. People come in, they get dressed up, they wear their fascinators, their fancy dresses. We also have, at least last year, we had mini horse races, which was hilarious. Kids driving the horses, and also a wiener dog race, which was equally funny and a good time.
And you don't really need to know a lot about racing. I was there about a month ago, and I completely don't know anything, but we had a lot of fun picking horses by the name, which annoyed the experts at the table.
It's like golf. You know, at any different level, any different talent level, you can enjoy it. Racing's the same. No matter what your experience level, just have fun with it. Come on out, pick the horse that is your favorite color, your favorite number, the funnest horse name, whatever. And, everybody has a unique experience, and you can wager, and if you get lucky, you can pay for your dinner, and then some.
Yeah, my family came out. They did their Thanksgiving dinner there. Excuse me. None of them had been there. They all had a great time. They were betting. They were hooting and hollering. It was awesome fun for them. And they're planning to come back on Derby Day. So this is starting to work away now. I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic to it. You want to put your garlic in a little later. It does burn a bit easier than the others. So you can go ahead and add it. And again, just let that cook away. Let those sweat. And really get out as much flavor from your mirepoix as possible. Once that's going, our next step will be the tomato paste. So just put in a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. Just adds a nice richness, depth of flavor. And you're gonna add that and cook it, stir it up, add it, let it go. Sorry, my onions are making my eyes water. I'm not crying up here. You're gonna cook that and let it become almost a brick red color.
I'm going to tell a secret, Melissa. Tomorrow's her birthday. She's working her birthday weekend, which is a rule you should never, ever work on your birthday. But we're so glad that you are.
They love to book taste decks on my birthday weekend, so here we are. It's not a bad way to spend my birthday, though.
Well, we're happy that you're here. Anybody have any questions? Good. They just want to taste it.
Should I take a look at how our roast is doing in the oven?
That's a great idea.
So the jus is going to take a little while longer still. It takes quite a bit of time to get those flavors all combined. This you want to let go with your mirepoix and your tomato paste and garlic. Let that go for a couple minutes. It'll deepen in color. And once that has happened, then we'll add our wine. Once the wine is in, you want to let it cook down quite a while. It'll become glossy. It'll thicken up a bit. And I'll go ahead and add that now.
Yeah, here comes the good stuff. Add the wine.
Use about half a bottle for this size pot of jus.
Is this something that you can keep in the fridge or
Yeah,
make ahead?
it would stay in the fridge. I would say at least a week. You should be
Yeah.
fine with it in the fridge. And then just warm what you need. If you only need a bit, just warm a bit. But it'll stay lovely for you in your fridge for, several days. So the beef is looking great. I'll show you. I won't go ahead and start carving it just yet, but I can let it rest for a little bit. You do always want to let your beef rest for 10 to 15 minutes, depending, once you pull it out of the oven. That just helps to lock in all the juices.
They just put a camera on it. It's very photogenic, Melissa.
That's good.
There, that looks great.
We do a lot of beef at Top of the Fair, as we've said. So in our kitchen, when we are hungry, 9 times out of 10, we will eat a roast beef sandwich. That's our favorite. Doesn't matter how many times we have it, we still love it. And it doesn't take much. A little bit of horseradish on a bun, and that's all you need. It will be good every time. So I'm just gonna let that go. It's gonna take a little while to get it just reducing to the point where you want it.
The good news is she prepared some that's being
That's right, yeah.
plated backstage.
You won't
so
have
it's
to
all
wait
good.
the
That's
whole
right.
time for this. We did have canceled racing tonight, but we still had about 200 people up at top. So we served at least 200 portions of this, probably more, because people regularly come up for seconds, thirds. It is the favorite on the buffet. We also just brought back our fish and chips to the buffet for our winter menu, which is another thing that we're well known for. Everybody
Yeah.
really enjoys. So that's back now through the spring, probably. Go ahead and do a couple slices off this guy, and you can take a look, see how it's going to look once it's ready.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I can see why you would want a sandwich.
I should have brought a bun over for you, Carol.
Oh.
You're likely getting hungry. Now, if I were making this at home, I would let this go a bit longer. Like I said, you probably want to let it go for 20, 30 minutes. You're going to see it reduce by about half. I will go ahead just for ease. I'm going to go ahead and add bay leaf, some thyme sprigs, and some rosemary. Now, as you see, I'm just putting everything in whole. That's not a problem. Once this has finished cooking, all of that flavor has come out of everything, I'm gonna go ahead and strain it. So all of those bits, everything that is a solid in there is gonna come out, and it's gonna be a perfectly beautiful, smooth, lovely sauce. I don't know if you can smell it, but as I add the garlic, as I add those herbs, really the flavors change every time.
It does smell good.
Good.
So you normally would serve that with mashed potatoes, which we're doing tonight.
Yes.
Great comfort food. Everybody loves mashed potatoes.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it would be great as well with like roasted potatoes, or if you're feeling ambitious and you want to try making Yorkshire puddings, great with Yorkies as well. But yeah, classic mashed potatoes, nice slab of beef, and some beautiful red wine jus. Really can't go wrong. Sunday dinner, any day dinner. So that's going for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of salt and pepper to it, as well as my beef stock. What I have here is pan drippings from our beef. If you don't have that, if you haven't obviously cooked your beef yet, no problem. You can go to the grocery store. They sell great cartons or bouillon, anything you like to make a beef stock of your own. It's all going to be good, especially once you add a bit of your pan drippings at the very end. It'll be great.
Oh, you can see our backstage camera. They are plating, so it's coming soon.
I'll put a bit of salt and pepper, but I will go ahead and taste it again once I've strained it, just to see if it needs any more.
Now you're making a pretty presentation, piping those onto the plate.
Yeah. Obviously, you can use a scoop if that's what you've got at home. If you want to be fancy, go ahead and put it in a piping bag. It will look lovely. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and strain this now. So you want to strain it into a clean pan. If you don't have one of these, that's fine. Use a strainer, use whatever you've got, some cheesecloth, anything that will catch all those big bits. Woo.
And the difference between a gravy and a jus is obviously we didn't see you thicken that.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't thicken it. As I said, I would cook it down a bit longer, which will thicken it a bit more than it is showing here right now.
Yeah, and we don't have enough time to do that on stage.
But a red wine jus would typically be thinner than a gravy. You wouldn't add those like flour or a roux of any kind. If you do like it a bit thicker than you can absolutely add a slurry at the end, little cornstarch and water, and that will just thicken it enough to give you the, the semblance of having a bit more of a gravy than a jus. All right. So I'm just gonna take it off the heat. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste, like I said, see if it needs any more seasoning. I think it's good. I don't think it does. If you feel like you need to brighten the flavor at all, if you think you're not getting that punch from your wine, you can go ahead and add a bit of vinegar. So this is a red wine vinegar. I'm just gonna put a splash. You can also use a balsamic. Really, whatever vinegar you have will work.
We're gonna bring out some food now. Everybody can have a taste of this beautiful beef.
Awesome. And then just the very last step to make this nice and lovely is a little Monte Albert. So that is just softened butter that is in cubes. You're gonna add it slowly, mix it in, and it will give your sauce a nice glossy shine and add a bit of richness.
Everything's better with butter.
That's right.
Okay, here it comes. So one of the cool things we talk about all the time is the Western Fair District has a market, a raceway, a grove. And of course, most people are familiar with the fair, but a lot of these fresh ingredients are local from our market and local farmers who we support and respect and admire for everything they do. And we're really committed to that.
Yes.
And it just tastes great.
That's true. All of our beef that we use is Carve Ontario beef, so everything comes from Ontario. We do use as much local as we can.
Oh, that looks really good.
Thank you.
That looks great.
Oh, thank you.
So a night at the raceway at top of the fair. I think we should recommend that to everybody, Greg.
Absolutely. We hope everybody here tonight, if you haven't been, will come on out and check it out. How many roast beefs do we cook in a year, do you think?
Oh, well, for a night like tonight where we had 200 people, we start with 4, give or take. On New Year's Eve, when we did prime rib, I think we put 14 prime rib in the oven. So,
Wow.
yeah, we sell a lot of beef out of top of the fair.
So just doing my quick math, that would be over 1,000 a year probably.
Yeah.
And it tastes great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just a shameless plug for me, the fish and chips
Oh, yeah?
you guys serve are as good as you'll get anywhere in London.
Absolutely. A real favorite. So, Melissa, it looks like it's a hit.
Awesome. I hope everyone enjoys it. I hope you come and see us at top of the fair. We're happy to have everybody come out, enjoy the races, do some betting on the horses.
Yeah.
As Carol said, I always would go by the name too.
Yeah, well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for a great presentation and it looks like these plates are clean. That's
Awesome.
amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
Thanks.
everybody, for watching, enjoying, learning.
All right. Have
Thank
a great night, everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year at TasteX 2027.